Hi and welcome back to my film and TV channel. We're going across to Netflix for a proper mini-series. This is what I call a mini-series, just 4 episodes. Oh, this palaver mini-series, and there's 8 episodes long, 10 episodes long. This is a proper one, and it's called Death by Lightning. Yes, the quote is used within the series itself, a historical drama. So if you like your historical dramas, US-based, of course, created by Mike Makovsky and based on the 2011 book Destiny of the Republic by Candice Millard. Ben Gibbons from Screen Rant said, Death by Lightning is one of the best historical dramas released in recent memory. Yeah, I don't totally disagree with him, and certainly worthy of a watch for any fans of the cast or anyone with even a minor interest in history. Well, I'm a big history buff, as you know if you've watched any of my vlogs. If you're new, where have you been? Anyway, Patrick Smith of The Independent wasn't as overly impressed. He said the whole thing feels like a belated PR exercise for America's most unsung president. Well, what's wrong with that? I'm not too sure. We'll go back to the late 1800s, 1884, something like that. Does it really matter? Why not? It's just a series on him. It's as simple as that. But anyway, Patrick didn't like it too much, but we'll talk about it anyway. Please, guys, if you are new to the channel, and you're still with me, you enjoy the content, there's a like button there. If you can hit that like button, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Give us your support, of course. Helps the algorithms, helps the channel. So if you're still with me, you can hit that like button, and of course subscribe if you enjoy the content, and press that notification button so you know these vlogs are coming out. And we also have something called a hype button now on YouTube. So if you can give us any hype points, share them about. You can give so many to different vlogs and stuff like that. So you can give us any hype points. That is much appreciated, and that helps with all the algorithms and stuff like that as well. So my appreciation. Right, what's this about? Well, yeah, it's about a president, of course it is. The show depicts the election and presidency of James A. Garfield, the 20th United States president, such as his anti-corruption and pro-civil rights stances, as well as how his paths crossed with Charles J. Giteau, an admirer who ended up shooting him, and his ultimate death. There you go. Nice. That's an admirer, isn't it? But slightly unstable. Mr. Charles Giteau, whichever way you pronounce that in French. My apologies. Great cast. This stars Michael Shannon, plays that President James A. Garfield. Matthew McFadden, I'll have a word about him in a bit. He plays Charles, the shooter. Betty Gilpin, Shea Wiggum, Bradley Whitford, Nick Offerman. Great. I love Nick Offerman. I think he's fantastic, Nick Offerman. And this premiered on November the 6th, 2025 on Netflix. So I'm doing this recording on November the 8th, 2025. So a couple of days after. As I said, just 4 episodes. So a proper mini-series. Please note, and I've not seen much criticism, but this is partly fictionalised or mainly fictionalised, who knows, with some characters and events created for dramatic purposes. Yes, I watch these things for entertainment, not historical accuracy. I am a history buff, but that doesn't mean I watch something like this and think it's right. I mean, I fully accept I'm just watching this for entertainment, and that's how I rate it, that's how I score it. The cast is brilliant, as I said, none more so than the trouble character played superbly by Matthew McFadden. I think it's one of his best roles for a long, long time. And of course, as I mentioned there, Nick Offerman, another favourite of mine, he's outstanding as well. And they're just all very, very good in this, all suit the role superbly. I do know a lot of, I don't know a lot about this time in US history. I'm in the UK. I don't really know too much about, apart from overall stuff about US history. So I've sort of, while I was watching this, or in between watching episodes, I was sort of looking on the internet, just getting a bit of information about who he was and who came after him, so I could put names to faces on this adaptation. Of course, it's not real life, as I said, and that's always a good thing. If something makes me want to go out and find out more, that's a good thing. It always is. I like a series to sort of stimulate my brain to find out things as well. So that's what I say. I look at these as entertainment. If I want to find factual information, I'll go and find it from somewhere else. Ross McKindo from Slant website scored it 63, so he was okay on it. He said, while the bond between the Garfields feels natural and lived in, Death by Lightning struggles to bring that kind of depth to its most important relationship, the one between Guiteau and the president. Doesn't really matter, does it? I think we get a gist of it, don't we? There isn't really one there. I think that's the main point in it. Perhaps Ross knows more than I do about the relationship between the two, but as I said, I will go back and read up on that probably and delve into it a bit more. David Opie from Empire magazine, Empire website, scored it 80. He liked it. He said, in just 4 episodes, it gives a forgotten historical footnote the prestigious retelling it deserves. A show worth remembering, even if it risks getting buried by Netflix's unforgiving algorithm. Well, it's already out there. It doesn't matter it matters about algorithms when you're supporting little channels like this. Look, if Netflix have got an algorithm, of course they have. But we choose what we want to watch. We find out. We don't go with whatever Netflix tells us. We go out there and seek things out ourselves. It happens to be on Netflix, we'll watch it. But we do have a choice, so I don't worry too much about that. I'm sure David doesn't worry too much about that. Chris Wagner from Boston Globe said, Death by Lightning manages to make all of this both deadly serious and weirdly irrelevant. And he does so in a mere 4 episodes, a minor miracle in these days of bloated 10-hour limited series. Streamers and showrunners take note, less can be more. And strong storytelling can hit with the quickness of a lightning bolt, it certainly can. I think this could also work as a 2-hour movie. I think it could also work as a 10-hour epic. I think it's just been slotted into 4 50-odd minute episodes and it's perfect, but I think it'll work either way or in all 3 ways. And to spend 4 hours or so with this bunch of actors, seeing and listening to a story I had not that much idea about, doesn't get much better really. I really enjoyed this. I like my period drama anyway, but something that I don't know little about, even better. What are others saying generally? Rotten Tomatoes, 35 fresh, 5 rotten, so let's make that 36 fresh. Metacritic, 81 out of 100, that's 26 with positive, 2 mixed, and no negatives. Let's make that 27 positive critics. I'm Joe Public, but let's say critic for the sake of it. Rotten Tomatoes audience, 89% positivity. Internet Movie Database, just over 1,000 scores and reviews as I'm recording this, and it's getting a 7.8. Personally, I'll give this an 8 out of 10. That's pretty high for me. Almost a 10 out of 10 for other people. So I'll give this an 8 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm happy with it. I mean, it doesn't have to be there's not going to be a season 2. It's all done and dusted. But yeah. I wouldn't have minded perhaps learning a bit more about his backstory, how he got to this congressman and all that sort of thing, but say within the scope of what the story we were told, it was really, really good. I enjoyed it, so I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. Let me know what you think, guys. Great to have your thoughts. You can contact me through YouTube or any of my socials. And of course, if you do support the channel or you want to support the channel with sponsorships or you just want a shout out, just let me know. There are ways of doing that. All you ever have to do is keep watching and listening.
Hi again, hope you enjoyed the feature, guys. Thanks for watching. Please, if you did enjoy the content, please give us a thumbs up, and if not already done so, press that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, that'd be wonderful. It's free to subscribe, absolutely free. Also, check out my social media links if you want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook. They'll all be in the description below. And my special thanks to supporters of the channel, yes, Piat6505, who have an eBay shop selling film and TV memorabilia, including posters, books, magazines. There'll be a link again in the comments section. And if you're into your football, don't forget my football stuff on Manchester City for general football fans, but mainly City fans, of course. Or if you know someone who might enjoy that, give them a kick in my direction. I'll be very, very grateful. And as ever, guys, comments on this feature is wonderful. Anything to do with film and TV is always very, very welcome. It's great to talk film and TV. I thank you guys for your support. Stay safe, everyone.